welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys can guess what we are. I'm Wanda.
I'm Cosmo.
And I just wanted to recreate a costume that I did when I was in college. And then he's the one that I did it with, and he came down to visit, so I was like, we have to make this video. If you guys want to recreate this look, just keep on watching, and if you like it, please comment down below. Yeah. Are you excited?
I'm excited.
Okay, then just keep on watching. So everything that you're gonna see here we bought at Walmart, and if I find them on the website, I will link them down below in case you guys want them, not just for this tutorial, but if you just want them for other projects, I will link them down below if I find them. And the only thing that you will need is two paint colors for this project right here for the stars, and it's gold and brown, and we bought these little stars at Walmart also. And you're just gonna paint them. You know, we were gonna buy paintbrushes, but we're like, our fingers are perfectly fine. And when you paint the top part of the star and then you paint the sides, you might have to paint the top part again just so that the paint is like nice and flat. And then this is what it should look like. And then once you're done painting all three of them, then you can start painting on your stick. And obviously you're gonna paint it brown. And yeah, you're just gonna paint them. When I put it to dry, the part that was laying down didn't really get damaged, so I don't think you would have like a big problem there. But just be safe, you know, if anything, once it dries, you can paint the other side if there's like a little damage. And once you're done, you're just gonna take the stick and you're gonna hot glue gun it to the back of the star so that it can just be easier, be firm. The star shouldn't fall off, and then you have yourself a wand. Okay, so when you start making the crown is when it gets a little bit complicated and tricky, but hopefully we can break it down for you. So when you start making the crown, you kind of want to measure it to the person's head or your head first before you start like just making the crown, because you want to just have like a good base. And after you have a good base, you want to cut it off, and then you're going to put it around your head just to make sure that it fits well. And with the extra wiring, you're going to wrap it around so that it's not shown anymore. Once everything is wrapped around, then you're going to put it back on your head just to make sure it fits, and you just want to make sure you have a good base, because from here you're going to build on to the rest of the crown. I'm just going to do it for every person that's having a crown. So, you know, he did his, then he's doing mine, just seeing like what my circumference is, and then we did it on little Sophia. Alright, so this is the part where it gets a little bit tricky, because what we're creating is the part where the crown will actually sit on top and look like it's floating. So he just cut off a long piece of wire, and then he wrapped just a little piece on the bottom around so that he can wrap it so that it can stay put. And then he's just bending it in half, or not in half, because he's gonna wrap it around a bunch more times. So right here you see how it's bent a little bit, and then he's going to wrap the wire around underneath, and then he has it now up, and then he's just twisting the bottom, and he's gonna squeeze it so that it can be kind of stiff. And then the part that is by itself, he's gonna just wrap that around the wire that's bended in half so that it can be stiff and just be stronger, so that when it is floating, it's not gonna be super flimsy. And he's just gonna keep twisting until there's no more wire left. Once he's almost done twisting, he doesn't completely twist the top part down, because he's going to use that pointy part on the top to actually wrap around the paper crown. Once you have your rough base done, you can put it back on, just see how it looks. This is how the crown is going to be floating. And then what you need to do at the end is just help the part that's sticking up just be more stronger so that it can stay up. So, you know, you can put extra wiring in the bottom, or you can hot glue it, and we'll show you what we do. But sometimes you just have to finesse it any way you can so that the bottom part, the very bottom part that's on the circular part, so it can be more firm. And as you can see here, Jake is adding the wiring for that very reason. But if you need any more reinforcements, you can also use a hot glue gun so that it can provide no movement to the bottom part so that it can stay up for you. Alright, so now we're going to get into actually making the crown shape. So if you want, you can make it super precise, or you can just go in like Jake's doing and just going to start cutting out. And Jake doesn't cut out in the middle, he actually starts out at the bottom so that he can use the bottom part to be, you know, straight for the bottom of the crown. And if you're going to make it for a little child, to make it look like a little baby crown, so basically what you'll do is you're just going to cut the bottom part of the crown so it's not as thick. And then what Jake just did there was, if you're trying to line it up and it's not perfect, you can just cut off one of the triangles to just meet up. Then you're going to hot glue gun it, and then you have your little crown. Just use a very small amount of glue from the hot glue gun, but if you only have tape, tape works absolutely fine also. Now actually putting the crown onto the wiring, so he just puts it into the middle like this, just so that some is left over on the top. And what he's going to do is he's going to bend it at a corner of the crown down. And then what he's going to do is once it's down to the bottom part, he's just going to twist that part of the wiring around on the bottom part, just so that it doesn't move and that it can hold the actual paper crown in place. And once the crown is like secured, then you can just finesse it a little bit. You can twist it around just so that the wiring can be like in the middle, so that the front of the crown looks super clean if they're looking at you straight on. And then you want to, of course, just try it on just to make sure how it looks, if it's secured right, if it's floating perfectly, or if you have to adjust the height a little bit. And then look at you, you're a little fairy. When Jake first made this, when we were in college, we were hyped. We were like, damn, we did this. We won our dorm's best costume. So we were pretty lit. And for the little kids, you just do the same thing, and you just want to try it out to make sure that it's floating properly for them. It's not too high, it's not too low. You want to look like the crown is actually floating for them. And Sophia looks so cute. Alright, now for the makeup, please do not stress for the makeup. You know, Wanda's a simple girl, so basically what I did was I just put some brown crease colors in the outer corner. You know, I put a lighter brown, then I put a darker brown, and I just build it up to my liking, but you really don't need to do it as dark as mine. But if you want, you can actually do it darker if you want to also, with a little black. But then after that, I just took a pink. This was a pink from the Norvina palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. But if you want, you can also use that beautiful pink from the Dose of Colors, the ZX Katie palette. If you have that, there's a beautiful like cranberry pink in there. That would look beautiful on the lids as well. But no stress, girl. This is just super simple look. You know, if you're trying to just get out the door, or even if this is for a birthday party, so simple. And then I'm just blending out the edges, maybe like adding a little bit more color, and then everything that I use in the outer crease in terms of color, I'm just gonna add that to the bottom lash line also. I feel like that just really completes the look. To finish off the look, I'm just going to do some mascara. You can use some false lashes if you would like. I'm not that fancy most of the time, so I just did some simple mascara. And then I just finished off the look with some lip gloss. You can do liquid lipstick, regular lipstick, whatever your heart desires. This is all about whatever you would like to do. And this is targeted for all kinds of people. The extra people, the moms that don't got time, the college students that don't got that much money. Whatever you want, girl, you can literally make this look on a budget. Okay guys, so this is the final result. You just spray paint your hair, and then if you have curly hair like me, basically what I did was I put the wire on, and I just took a little bit of this side and I put it over the wiring, Or you can use bobby pins too to hold it down. And then I did the same for this side, and I did it for the back. And then for the thing to start floating. And then for Jake, basically we just did the same thing. I don't know if you guys can see the green. Yeah, if you guys do recreate this look, please, you know, tag me in it so that I can see. And like, this is like such a cheap costume, right?
Yeah.
Like basically all we did was buy this, the stick, we bought the paint, and then the spray paint because we already had a yellow shirt, black pants. For guys, they can just wear a white shirt, black pants.
Smarter.
And yo, he got some chocolates on, but that's okay. You can wear whatever you want. But yeah, so if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video.